Welcome, I'm Kenneth Andre, Tenjutsu Master and Mystic Messenger. Everything that I share and say and do is for a reason. If that sounds like a contradiction, there isn't. Investigate further. Hope you're all doing well out there. Again, I'm not a part of any religious belief system. I'm all about the truth. And I'm going to give additional information in accordance with my previous video. Now be aware. Many of us are part of something very unique, and right now we are between worlds. As I mentioned, we are not quite there yet, and I'm now going to back this up. Okay, I shared this image with you in my previous video, and as I mentioned, we are going from one age world into the next through the door that's in the middle. The iris, I, because we are the seed of Christ. And I shared another image, bear with me, where we go from this world into the next, okay, into the highest spheres where righteousness, light, a sound mind dwells, okay. And I said all the timelines are collapsing to a node. Through the door, we go from this world into the next. World in the Bible means age. We are in the middle with Christ, in the middle of our heaven and earth, making all the investments in the kingdom that's going to erect our wonderful future, our eternal heavenly homes not made of human hands all around us. We are literally going to go from this age world, as I mentioned, deep called to deep, delivers from this hell, the sign of Jonah, Abba, delivers from this present evil world into the next. And I mentioned God's elect, peculiar people, the 144,000, which are the true believers, not a number of people. There was a hidden message with the 12 tribes in connection with the 144,000. There is many hidden messages in the Bible. There's a hidden Bible within the Bible and our sacred and forbidden texts, etc. Especially if you learn symbology, it lists the veils. I learn a lot about the true interpretation of the esoteric, the Egyptian mysteries and secrets, etc. And at the end of the age, God's elect, his elite, they are helping bridge many over into this new world, this new earth that emerges from this age mentioned by Doris Cannon. And so I shared this image with you. We are between worlds, in the middle, at the end of the age, as prophesied, where we go from this age, world, earth, into the new, the next, which is the deliverance. Okay, so hopefully I got that across. Someone left me a comment. Thank you. Blessings and love to you. Made a remark that the two circles would like two earths. Exactly. That's what I was trying to get across. I'm just clearing it up now. Blessings and love to you all. I'm doing my best to articulate and convey what it is that I'm receiving from Father and trying to get the message across. And many of you are grasping it. Well done. Okay. Now, I do apologise for pausing. I'm very careful what to say and how I approach things. I'm constantly observing the thoughts coming in and listening to that voice upon my mind. I want to make sure I get everything across. Sometimes there's these little precepts or words that I don't quite get across during the video because I'm relaying so much data information. Nonetheless, I'm sure many of you can fill in the gaps. There's only a very few little things that I may miss, but the overall message, the presentation, you should be able to fill in all the gaps yourselves. I hope you can appreciate that. And with that previous comment, I can see that someone is grasping it, and if they are grasping it, it's there for others to grasp too. That's the best way of saying it and getting it across. Guys, I'm so passionate about this knowledge and I want to do my best to help. Right. So Father's been upon my mind, wants me to mention or give additional information with the Bible verse, 1 Kings 18:26. And then I'm going to share something else with you that I've come across today. So I'm going to read the verse and then give you a powerful insight into it because many didn't get it. They took the bull, right? They took the bull which was given to them. This is referring to us, the bull. We have received the bull. I will explain what this means in a minute. And they dressed it and called on the name of Baal, which is the devil, from morning even until noon, saying, Baal, hear us. But there was no voice. No, I'll explain why in a minute. Nor any who answered. They leapt about the altar which was made. So what does this mean? Father's been upon my mind this morning. Give the information to explain what this actually means. Then I'm going to share something very powerful with you. Many have no idea we've been in the realm of the spirit. Let me go through this verse again. They took the bull. That's the first earthly man, Adam. Jesus Christ said, I am the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. He's in the middle. Okay? In the middle of our heaven and earth. We are superior to it. We are on the right side of our Lord. Having the word formed in us, the Father and Son become as one in eternity between our heaven and earth. The external world, the terrestrial world, is the earth. Within, heaven, with the Father at the wheel. With the light, that which is exposed to light is made manifest. This is also referred to as the field. With the ox, the image we hold of ourselves from the first earthly man, Adam, being flipped to the heavenly man, Adam, we go in to the kingdom, the holies of holies, to the light, that which we expose to the light, reworking the clay with that desirable state, will be made manifest. We are working the field with the bull, with an image. All right? Man, the first earthly man, Adam, we are told is the image of the Father because he is the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. What is the beginning? We play as Cain in the land of Nod, the first earthly man, Adam, asleep. Okay? Yet Father's doing the works in us, setting up the new kingdoms. The one kingdom right at the end that lasts forever. And so we go through these processes playing many roles where we're flipped from the first earthly man, Adam, to the heavenly man, Adam. Hence, I am the Alpha, which means ox. Flip to the Omega, the heavenly man, Adam. 3 verses. Did you invest in the spirit man in you? Okay. So they took the bull which was given to them. This vesture, the body of flesh, is regarded to as a idol in the Bible. We know we are not these garments. We are the spirit man that's in us, that we've invested in becoming one with through the forming of the word in us, where we reside in the middle of our heaven and earth in eternity on the right side of God with the brass feet, superior to our heaven and earth, okay, where we can rework the vesture and our wonderful new future by accepting the wonderful gifts and desires from our Father and the promise of a wonderful higher octave and sphere to dwell in, a place where there's righteousness, where the evils will vanish. You go looking for your enemy, you will not find them. Okay. They took the bull which was given to them. So, for example, I've took this bull connected to Taurus, the beginning of my experience as the first earthly man, Adam, that was on a runaway train to pain and destruction, and I've put on a new man. I've transformed it thanks to the works being done in me. However, many have not done this. So they took the bull which was given to them. So they've got the idea, the graven image, the idol, the fleshly man, because they are still earthly, not born again of the spirit. And they dressed it. So this is them dressing the image of themselves through their paradigms and belief systems, creating this egocentric idea of themselves. Through social engineering, which created a psychological makeup, through the impulses of the carnal mind, they dress the alpha, the bull, the first image they hold of themselves as the first earthly man, Adam. Yes, that's what I want to say, okay? And they called on the name of the beast, and they called on the name of the devil. This is connected to the beast, which is man, 666. From morning even until noon, saying, beast, the devil, hear us. But there was no voice because it's dead. It's the beast system that is carnal, fleshly. You are in a flesh suit that is dead. It's the spirit that's moving your dead vestures. You're giving it life. There's no voice in it. It's just matter, right? It's your spirit, your soul in the vesture that's moving it. Everything first starts with a thought. Your thought is to do with the temple. You're learning about this quantum AI computer in you, which is connected back to your source, which it doesn't become AI. It becomes the original source that is connected to the all. The reason I say it like that, because at first when we're asleep, it is, should we say, like a quantum AI computer. That may sound strange. I'm not going to get into all that. So, they leapt about the altar which was made. Who made this altar? The first earthly man, Adam, conforming to the external influences and the ego, plain as Cain in the land of Nod. So again, they took the bull, which was given to them, the first image, the first earthly man, Adam. They dressed it up with all the wonderful ideas that you accept of yourself. Oh, this is who I am, as the earthly man, Adam. And you speak as though as one from the earth. Flesh gives birth to flesh. And you called on the name of Baal, the devil, the beast, man. Okay? Again, what you expect of yourself and from the system. Morning even unto noon, saying, Baal, hear us. But there was no voice, nor any who answered. You find that a lot, okay? When you are asking or questioning reality, asking for answers about a particular thing, you notice that many are not so quick to answer you, not unless it's already in accordance with their paradigms and the patterns of the world, etc. Okay, you're expecting things from this world, but it never turns out the way that you expect. Why? Because you're in the realm of the dead. They leapt about the altar which was made. This is made from the first earthly man, Adam, from the carnal mind, from the 666 beast idol. It's fictitious in nature. It's not alive. You have got to come alive by the word becoming alive in you, as told us in the Bible. Right, I think I've got that across. I will go over this video. If I've got the message across, I will post it. Right, let's carry on. Learning symbology and learning the true interpretation of the scripture, it can be very challenging to articulate and convey. Now, many years ago, having the veils lifted and having spiritual sacred texts exposed to me, where it revealed to me where I am, there was a presentation on the world stage in front of everyone, as I mentioned in my previous videos, and no one saw what was going on. I could see it and was shouting out, and everyone laughed at me. Maybe now you will see. Learning symbology and learning so much about the Bible, I love this story about the Arch of Baal, where a prophet come upon the people who were worshipping the devil in this temple. There's an allegory. They were worshipping the beast system, the first earthly man, Adam, the first ox that is transformed through the living word that comes alive in us, as I'm trying to share and articulate to you. Now, this prophet was saying, stop worshipping this world and turn back to your Lord. And they're saying, who is your Lord? I am of the true living Father, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob that's in me. And I'm getting a message from my source, pack this in now, or there's going to be destruction. A fire will come down. They wouldn't listen. Well, to cut a long story short, a fire came down and destroyed the temple. And all that was left was the Arch of Baal. This Arch of Baal was propped up by our world leaders on the world stage in front of everyone. This is the Arch of Baal. This is devil worship. That's one of our prime ministers in front of all these people with the Arch of Baal. Someone will ask me, why do you refer to this world as Sheol, as Egypt, as though it's all Egypt? How? It's because it is. Because this world cannot accept the truth of where they are or who the true Christ is. Because they worship Baal. This is in Washington. It's everywhere. We're in the spirit realm now. Years ago, when I tried to shout this out, no one would believe me. Oh, they do now. Okay. So again, 1 Kings 18:26, they took the bull, which was given to them. Remember over America with the eclipses, the alpha sign, the bull? They dressed it in the image of the beast and called on the name of the Baal. Here is the Arch of Baal, which is connected to the devil, where there is sacrifice, that's what I'm going to say, from morning even until noon, saying, Baal, the devil, that's the devil's name, if you don't know, hear us. But there was no voice, nor any who answered. They leapt about the altar. This is the altar, which was made. They were made in the image of the first earthly man, Adam, the beast, 666, being carnal-minded, which leads to pain and death, as told us in the Bible. Coming from the spirit, investing on the spirit man in you, that is life. You are not these bodies, minds, or concepts. You got to transmute this to the heavenly man, Adam, through a process where you go into completion of the journey of the soul, the Omega, the Alpha and Omega, with Christ in the middle of you. Of course, this is all connected because they say the Arch of Baal comes from the Middle East. Egypt is in Africa. Many people are not even aware of that. And over the years, there was a presentation warning us what was coming. In London, we got Anubis, a big statue floating down the River Thames in London, because they were telling us what was coming. It went and toured around the world to let everyone know what was coming. A judgment, because there will be the living amongst the dead, because there's a harvest coming, which I've been shouting about in my videos. Because of where we are, the sign of Jonah, deep called to deep, deliver us from this evil, from hell, from Egypt. Abba, deliver us from this present evil world. We're told this in the Bible. We're falling into Sheol. It started after 2012, where we fell into the Saturn matrix where we saw the degradation of everything. It's the apocalypse. It's the lifting of the veils, that we would see what we've done, the error of our ways, and would repent. And we go through a process of transformation, ready to be delivered from this world into the next by staying in the middle with Christ, keeping watch. Like I said, Father taught me simology. It lifts the veils. Learning day and night since 2011, Father doing the works in me, which I'm very grateful and humble for. I could see that we were drunk off of dead spirits in the spirit realm. Then I come across this verse years ago. You didn't think you was in the realm of the flesh, did you? You're in the realm of the spirit. That's if indeed the Christ is in you. If not, you go around in darkness, drunk off dead spirits. It's all spirit. It's all fluid. It's all light. Only we're in the depths of the duat, Sheol, the lower parts of the kingdom. Playing in the shadow century copies, we've fallen from a great height. And yet we get showing this truth in plain sight and no one can see it. You need Jesus Christ to wash the clay out of your eyes so the veils are lifted, that you can see on the world screen. The world is shouting out exactly where you are and what's going on. When you grasp it, you're going to wobble. But then you will marvel. Then you will have rest, because you're going to separate yourself from this and trust in the Lord, who's going to provide for you and protect you. And then you're going to rule the all, as mentioned in the secret teachings or secret gospels of Thomas, meaning your life. From the investment, you know where you're going. This is the good news given to us from the Bible, from our Lord. I'm here to glorify our Father's name and stand up for the kingdom. Now, I shared with you this image in my community tab. I'm going to talk a bit more about this now, because I mentioned we're about to be delivered through the tunnel. And I shared this image where there is this rapture language, which is actually the harvest, where there is a metaphysical interdimensional shift that occurs within through the pineal gland. We are the seed. There's only the one seed, which is Christ. The mystery of Christ in us. This is where we become sons to the Most High through the living word being formed in us. No one knows the Father except the Son, and no one knows the Son except the Father. And creation has been waiting in expectation for the sons of God. This is done through the seed of Christ, as told us in the Bible. I have shared with you this crop circle, and it does have the Knights Templar symbol in it, which is to do with the prime, which is to do with the Christ seed. The Knights Templars were initiates in the mysteries with God in us. They had to go underground because the generic man, the unconscious collective, would not accept this truth. And so they had to hide it because of the papacy, the Pope and the Roman Catholic churches, the religious belief system propped up as statutes and laws on the world stage. So they went underground, hence the secret societies. And there were rulers in certain positions who were initiates in these mysteries. And they knew about the prime. They knew the nature of reality and where they were. And yet, they did the best they can to rule listening to Spirit, to the true Father of the Bible. And so you see the symbol on the Queen. And it's funny. I'm going to share this with you. Father has got me to serve in the British Armed Forces when the Queen was with us. And I had seen the Queen and she waved at me and I've saluted her with the rifle. After the Queen had passed, things had changed even more drastically with reality. And yet we've been in the middle, part of the prime. The Queen, she was part of a ancient initiation school. I'm not going to get into that. I found that fascinating, that she was quite unique, different to the other members of the royal family. This is something I've learned over the years. I'm not going to speculate, or should we say, give to you what I've learned and know. It's just too much information. We ain't got time. Again, I will not judge anyone. I've got nothing but love and compassion towards everyone. I overlook all offences. I have this maturity. You have those who are playing asleep as Cain in the land of Nod. I've been there and done it. You've got these other entities who are allotted certain positions or roles. I'm not going to judge them. I'm not even going to say they're evil, because they're not in my eyes, not anymore. To the pure, things are pure. If they want to play these roles, if they want to act like in this type of mental attitude, that's their choice. We're literally told they are entitled to this from the Bible. Anyway, let's get back into this. The Egyptian hieroglyphs, these tubes, is holding the spirit that's being formed in us. Learning about the temple of God, where the third eye, the pineal gland, the tube through the iris is connected to the pineal gland. Right? Those that open the matrix belong to the Lord. Okay, pause that. Here is that tube. Okay? Remember, it all goes on in us, as I've mentioned. The iris, right? Tubes that are connected to the pineal gland, the door in us. And many of us are connected to the prime, a stream and should we say crown arrow compass, where we avoid so much because we belong to the Lord. That's the best way of saying it, I think. Doing my research over the years, a lot of what we see is created from plasma, light, the ether, whereby there's individuals now talking about it on a deeper level. Like we're in a time where truths are pouring out. We are receiving greater precepts and understanding about who we are in the mind of God. We live and move and have our being in God and God in us. Okay. Iris. We're talking about this eye. Iris. Right? Another word used in connection with seeing. Our eye. Right? Let me share this with you. Okay. So, tomorrow, on the 24th, going into Stellarium, we have the sun in the line of Pleiades. Okay? Now, the constellation Taurus is actually referred to as the field. It's the ball that ploughs the field, as told us in the Bible. So that's the field. We got to go out in the field to meet the Lord. Or go out and meet the Lord. Lift up your heads. This is the field. And we have Mercury, which is connected to Christ, with Jupiter also still in the field, with the sun next to Pleiades. Right? Again, May was an important month. Bear with me. Now, in fact, let me share this with you. On the 26th, we got a comet or asteroid, whatever it is, Iris, right? Connected with the eye, the sun, right? We've got Mercury and Uranus and the new moon in Pleiades in the field. There is a language here, a message shouting out. the iris, the eye, the sun, Jupiter, the new moon in Pleiades, free the flock, the activator, Mercury of Uranus, heaven in the field. From the first earthly man Adam to the heavenly man Adam, we've been in the middle. You see what I'm saying? Okay. So I'll share this with you on the 26th. All right, 26. There's a lot going on. 26 is God's number. Yod He Va He. 2 13s together. That's the 13th pillar. Makes 26. 26 literally makes up the name Yod He Va He, which is I am that I am. Hand, behold, nail, pinned to the future, behold. Check this out. I knew there was something significant about what I was looking at this morning. So I'm looking at these celestials here, and something else jumped out at me. I'm like, that looks familiar. Like I said, I got a depth perception that's enhanced. So I go to the Egyptian pyramids and I drew, or should I say placed squares over them. Now remember, it is in connection with Orion. Remember the Orion man I've mentioned in the channel? This is also connected with the Lionsgate portal. We've got the Swan Comet around that area too. So I placed the boxes on top of the celestials and they fitted. I'm like, no way. I'm like, okay, I can accept that. I can see what you're shouting at here, Father. Bear with me, guys. I'm just looking for the star map. Right. Okay. For those who've been following me for a while, this will shout out. Hopefully this comes up all right. So, Ceres, Orion, Taurus, Pleiades. Again, there's that stream that we are flushed out into the new age as the fiery phoenix. The Swan Comet is around the Orion constellation at the moment as well. With everything that we are receiving, it's upon us. Hence, keep watch. We are in the middle, between worlds with Christ, waiting for that appointed time. No one knows the day or the hour. We receive the signs. We always receive the signs and warnings first, okay? As told us in the Bible. As I've mentioned, we're not quite there yet. We've averted so much and shifted through timelines. When we've crossed that next degree, that threshold, there is this activation. We are struck by the hand of God, as told us in the Bible. And suddenly, there is this joining and harvest, this reward, where there's this ascension language, and our eternal heavenly homes are erected all around us. We are delivered. The evils will vanish. You go looking for your enemy, you will not find them. You are now rejoicing with the Lord with the feast, meaning you're going to multiply and enjoy your new timelines in the higher spheres, where there is a interdimensional, mystical, metaphysical transformation with you and your form and reality as you go forward. This is what we are watching for. We are coming out of the spirit realm of the dead into the realm of the living. The pools coming out of the deep. The sign of Jonah. It was all true. Hence, it was so paramount that you got knowledge and wisdom. The parable of the 10 virgins. So that's all I have for you now. There's a lot I've got across here. I will review it. If it's okay, good enough, I will post it. And I will keep you posted with any more that comes in. Have a great day. I'm Kenneth Andre, Tenjutsu Master and Mystic Messenger. Love you guys. Have a good day.